On so many occasions, here in the West Coast, we meet people that pride themselves on doing things their own way. They've got this drive, they've got this passion, and if they get told something can't be done, they get around it. I'm going to introduce you to a guy who has built his business his own way, and by thinking outside the box. Up in the hills in the Bickley Valley, that's where you'll find Hilton Izzet, the mastermind behind the HHH Distillery. So Hilton, where does the passion come from?
I suppose it comes from a bit of stupidity. You think you've got a good idea and you start running down it, and then you go deeper and deeper. You can't get out, you just got to keep digging.
But you keep going, and do you call yourself the Mad Professor?
No, I'm not mad at all. I'm as sane as they come. I think it's other people that made it up.
What is it that you make here?
So I make the gin, the vodka, and the single malt whiskey.
Right, and the names?
So the first gin is Wax Lyrical. So it's now called Wax Lyrical Classic because along the way came Wax Lyrical Blue. So the Wax Lyricals have got Geraldton wax in them, which is a plant that I was introduced to by an Aboriginal guy while I was working on a road construction project.
Wow. And all local ingredients going into it to infuse into the alcohol, yeah?
Well, it's either local in that it grows in Western Australia or right here. So I have the KLC, which has got kaffir lime and kumquat. So the kaffir lime and kumquat was on the property when I arrived here. It's really the one that pleases me the most in terms of local is the Miss Myrtle. My daughter named it Miss Myrtle, by the way. And Miss Myrtle has got honey myrtle in it. So that's the first gin in Australia to use honey myrtle, and the honey myrtle grows on this property, literally 50 meters that way.
There is nothing ordinary up here. Actually, it's extraordinary because everything about this business is a bit eccentric and very local. Even the barrels and the stills themselves are built on site. Well, you explain yourself very well, and not only that, explain about the wonderful awards you've won.
Well, I did last year with the Kalamunda Chamber of Commerce Business Awards. I got Outstanding Local Product, and that was my single malt whiskey. And then after that, the one that I really feel happy about, and that was the WA Good Food Guide Spirit of the Year. So I beat all the big guys.
How many bottles have you made recently? Because the single malt is quite a low number, isn't it?
Yeah, single malt, I only managed to squeeze out 137 bottles.
Only 137 bottles from this first batch of the single malt whiskey, and the shape of the bottle comes from the still. There's a bit of magic about the Bickley Valley, and if you need to get out of the burbs and maybe want a tour of this place, you can come up any weekend between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. or make a booking, and I guarantee there will be nothing normal. So you put all this together, the picture-perfect valley, the Mad Professor, quality product, great passion, and also the gift of time. It's got to be a secret to success, perhaps, and aren't we proud of those West Aussies that never say never?